One of the legal penalties under Korean criminal law is the death penalty, sometimes known as the capital punishment. The death sentence is applied to dangerous criminals who commit several murders and other serious crimes. But recently, the Constitutional Court of Korea began discussing whether Korea should abolish the death penalty. If the court rules that it is unconstitutional, then the death penalty would no longer be allowed. There have been no executions since December 1997 in Korea, so Korea is classified as abolitionist in practice. Pro side, the death penalty should be abolished. The following arguments are made by those who favor abolishing the death sentence. An individual's human rights are first and foremost violated by the death sentence. Each and every person has the right to life and the right to human dignity. The same rights apply to criminals. All citizens must be assured of human worth and dignity and have the right to the pursuit of happiness, as stated in Article 10 of our Constitution, which upholds human dignity as a fundamental human right. The government cannot violate these rights by using force, both morally and legally. Second, no matter how terrible the crime is, we must remember that people can change. Clearly, the criminal is responsible for the crime, but we cannot say that the society is free from blame. The criminals must be given the opportunity to repent. Third, keeping the death penalty does not prevent crimes. The United Nations studied the relationship between the death penalty and crime rates and found that there was only a 0.4% difference between countries that had the death penalty and those that did not. Also, a look into the year 1996, when Korea still carried out capital punishments, showed that Korea executed 19 prisoners in 1995 and 23 prisoners in 1997. But murder rates per 100,000 people increased by 6%. Thus, we cannot conclude that the death penalty prevents crimes. Fourth, innocent people might lose their life under a wrong sentence. In the state of Illinois, innocent people who were wrongly executed under the death penalty since it was revived in 1977, which changed public opinions and ultimately led to its abolishment. In Korea, of all the criminal cases that were tried from 1995 to 2012, 540 decisions were reversed from guilty to not guilty in the Court of Appeals. As long as there is even the slightest chance of a misjudgment, the death penalty should be abolished. Con side, the death penalty should not be abolished. Those who oppose the abolishment say that although more countries are choosing to abolish the death sentence, we should approach the issue more cautiously. First, the death penalty is a natural consequence of the criminal's actions. Because the individual's freedom and rights are restricted by their crime, their human dignity does not need to be considered. The Constitution also states that the citizen's freedom and rights can be restricted to protect national security and the public good. Second, the death penalty is necessary to realize social justice and to maintain order. While the death penalty may not have a big effect on lowering crime rates, the existence of the death penalty alone can influence people psychologically to keep them from committing violent crimes like serial murders. Third, we must consider the public's perception of justice. In the Public Opinion Survey of 2018, 86.1% of the respondents said the death penalty is necessary. In 2021, 70.2% believed the death penalty should be carried out, while 19.1% was against it. This shows that many people agree that the death penalty should exist. Fourth, there are ways we can prevent innocent people from being wrongly convicted and executed under the death penalty. The death penalty is given under adequate investigation by the police and prosecution as well as considerable judgment from the court. Also, it is not carried out immediately after the sentence. The court can hold a retrial to reverse a wrongful sentencing. And because of the advances in technology and investigation abilities, there is a lower chance of making mistakes.